All right, so today I had to dress up like I'm going to war. I had chainsaw pants on. This is what happens when you don't prune or trim down your blackberries. Well, I only have one blackberry plant in here, and I didn't prune it down last year, and this year it's shot up like crazy. And the problem is I don't really need blackberries down here. This is my raspberry bush. My blackberries are up at the front. We planted one blackberry bush down here just so that we could get it cross-pollinated between raspberries and blackberries. We really like those, but it kind of got out of hand, and that's because I didn't prune them last year. I should have pruned them down and only left one or two of the new stalks from last year, and that should have been hit. But I didn't do that, so now I got to pay the price, and it's not exactly easy to get in here because now they're shooting up like crazy everywhere. And I got to get these berries, or the raspberries, picked before they all start falling off. So now I got to get in here and cut down some of these blackberries because I don't need them and I don't want them in here. And these are thorn blackberries, so they produce some pretty major thorns. Now I'm going to be picking berries and pruning at the same time, because if I'm not careful, I'm going to knock all my strawberries, like right here. I just knocked off 4 or 5 raspberries, not strawberries, raspberries, off the plant, because they are pretty ripe and I need to get them picked. Now, I planted these raspberries down here about 4 or 5 years ago. This year they really took off, which I was surprised because it was a really dry spring this year, drier than usual. Like this bush right here, this is all blackberries. That's all got to come down. I'm not leaving it there. I have to put gloves on to deal with those guys. Now these are the ones that would produce blackberries next year. But I don't really need blackberries down here. Now if I didn't have blackberries in a big bush, I got a lot of blackberries up at the front of the property. Tons. There's more blackberries up there than we can eat in a year. Now, I'm not going to cut the blackberries off that actually has fruit on them. I'm just going to cut the new ones. Not all of the new ones, but most of them. And once the raspberry season's over, I'm going to give them a good pruning this year too. Bring them down a little bit because they've gotten out of control. Okay, I'll trim a few more of the blackberry bushes. I'm not even sure if you guys can see me over here. Yeah, I think you can. It's really hard to tell because the sun again. Oh no, there's still quite a few raspberries I gotta pick before I prune anymore. Okay, I gotta get down in there. Trim some more off. Could fit a few more raspberries in that container. Those are just some of the ones that grew out in the walkway. Get in there and pick some more. Now I did cut a few extra raspberry vines off too, because I don't need to get in here is what's in here. Because they get so thick, you can't even get in here to pick the berries, so usually they'll fall on the ground before you even have a chance. Yeah, that's one container. I'll probably get about 10 or maybe even 15 of these down here this year. Because we freeze our raspberries, my wife uses them for baking. She makes jam. We also use them in our smoothies. I'm not sure how well you guys can see, but there are some giant tall ones up there. They're probably close to 9 feet tall. I'll show you up close to why I have to put on chainsaw pants and everything when I'm in here around cutting and pruning these. You see these things? Right here? That's the thorns. That's how big they are. They're sharp like needles. If I just wear regular clothes, they go straight through them. So yeah, I thought I'd just give you guys a quick video of a fight I'm having with this year, and it's my fault because I should have pruned them last year. Thanks for watching this little short video. Maybe consider subscribing, smash that like button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and thanks for watching it.